been in real estate about 20 years.
Why real estate, my friend?
Real estate was a way for me to add value to people. And the reason I say that is because I'm coming from a medical background, and I always felt the need to help. When someone showed me my first house, I did not feel as if they were there to help me. They weren't there to guide me, and I felt the lack. I felt I didn't feel like they cared about me. So I feel like real estate was an avenue that I chose, that I knew that for one, it would be profitable, because I've heard so many people before me, reading Rich Dad, Poor Dad, all of that, said, well, this could be profitable and I could care. So that's why the two mixed.
When you came into the industry, what was your expectation?
That I was gonna sit at a desk and the phone would ring.
They want me. They want me.
It's like magic.
That's it. Yeah.
Just like that. All I had to do was sit by the phone, have a pretty desk, and people would call in. And what I realized very quickly, that as much as I sat by that desk, no one called in. So starting from a very small mom and pop shop, they were able to guide me on some things and how to make contacts and how to, really connect with people.
So you're 20 years in real estate. When did you come to KW?
2015.
Okay. So this is kind of like halfway through.
Halfway
Halfway through your stint.
Yes.
In real estate. Why KW?
KW has taught me a lot of lessons as it pertains to business. You can be a great salesperson. You can be a wonderful connector, but do you know how to run a business? And being a real estate agent is not just about opening a door. It's about running your business like it is a business. And that's what KW has taught me.
What was the moment when you said, oh my God, like you mentioned this whole thing that you were sitting by the desk waiting for the phone to ring, how many months passed before you were like...
Before I got it?
Yeah.
It was a few months of frustration. It was a few months because the people that I thought were going to actually use me, because now I've told them I've studied for real estate and I'm now going to be their real estate agent, was like, yeah, but you haven't done anything. So I don't think so. So it took a while for me to really get it. But thankfully, like I said, I did start with a mom and pop shop. I'm still actually very good friends with this broker today. His name is Thomas J. Ralph, and in Westchester. And I can call him anytime, bounce off ideas. He's been in the business, I believe, 40 years. So he was able to say, I don't think, no, let's not do it that way. Let's call, let's connect this way, and that helped me a lot.
That's awesome. So 2015, you come to Keller Williams. Today, you're 20 years in the business, and you have brought your husband into the business now. Why did that happen?
Why did that happen?
Why did that happen?
Why did it happen? Well, Rich Carpentieri is definitely part of the reason why that happened. Rich, our kids played, my son played football and our daughters cheerleaded together at Harmony High School. So we knew each other, before I was in real estate. And I would be there at the games, me and Rich sit there and talk. And he's like, man, you need to join your wife and make, and I was like, that's the real estate thing, that's her thing. I like this side of the business, being on this side of it. And after a while, it's just like, no, what happened was, one year, I think I was driving all over the state. I was doing elevator inspections at the time. And she made as much money as I did.
I think a little more.
A little more. Maybe a little more. Maybe a little more. And I'm like, I'm gone at least 4 days a week from home. I'm traveling all over the state, Pensacola, Panama City, Tallahassee. I'm all over the place. And I'm home on Fridays for my son's football game. So I would always make sure that I would be back home for my son's football game. And just being able to I'm like, man, she's home all the time. If I can be home all of the time and still make the money that I'm making, that's a no-brainer. It was like, okay, well, I'm ready to do this. And I did. And but it was so many things going on in my life when I got ready to do it. My dad passed away, and he had a stroke. And then I'm there studying to take my real estate exam in the hospital with him, sitting there with him in the hospital for weeks. So that was a driving force as well. Like, I'm gonna do this. So that's what helped propel me into real estate.
Awesome. So as a married couple, working together, how do you know when to turn off the business and turn on the sexy?
Oh, I don't know. That sounds like fun. That sounds like fun.
Well, my dear, the sexy is always on. Okay?
The sexy's always on. I like that.
On.
Okay, all right.
Seriously though, it's a hard transition. We as realtors, we deal with people all day. So being able to then totally just cut it off and say, not today, I don't think that happens in any marriage that someone is working in business together. That's a very difficult thing. I remember.
I think even if not to cut you off, but even if you're not in the same industry, I mean, a lot of people bring their work home with them. So this does complicate it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So I say that we're able to just like have good conversation because we're on the same page, even though it can get a little intense at times. I'm able to just tune work out easily. Like when we're on vacation, I don't answer my phone. Very minimally, I will answer my phone here and there. But
there's a difference between day-to-day and vacation. So day-to-day, I'd say in the beginning, it was 95% of the time conversation. And I remember Debbie Irons saying that, between her and her husband, when he had gotten into it, she was like, there has to be a word. So the word for them, I think, was like bananas or something like that. So I started with the word. The word thing was good, but then still, then you sit there sometimes and like, what is there to talk about? So to be honest, it is very difficult unless you purposely plan time to have play days, which we do, and work days, working on us, nothing with real estate. So these are the things that you have to plan and put in your calendar, and that makes it better.
Awesome. How do you keep each other accountable in the business without it affecting the marriage?
We have a MAPS coach.
You're a mediator.
We do. We have. I think that really levels us off because there's one coach that we had prior to that. He's still a very good friend, Brian Richardson, and he's married in real estate as well. Him and his wife have a team in Tennessee somewhere. Really great guy. But our MAPS coach definitely. I mean, and the funny thing is, she could be our daughter, but she's so good with us. She's really good, and I love it. I love that it kind of levels us off because she gets her 1 week, I get her the next week, then we combine and do it together. So,
yeah.
What's the most impactful thing in this relationship with your coach? What has been the most impactful thing that the coach has poured into you?
Her ability to let us know when we might not hear it the way it was meant. So sometimes I think in conversation, words get lost in translation and communication, and she's able to translate it where we can hear. and we pay attention. So, and if it's not on the same call, it's on the call after, and she picks it out. So I think it's very important to have a coach that's able to say, okay, this is where you're at, let's bring it back, let's take all of that other stuff out, and let's stay focused on what our goals and our vision is.
Yeah, because she knows Curtis is crazy. So she's like, all right, I'm going to teach you how to deal with crazy. So that's it.
So a little bit of self-awareness.
Yeah.
She's helping with that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not just a transactional relationship with a coach.
No. Oh, no. It's honestly, I think we needed more for therapy. It's almost therapy. It's almost like therapy at times. It can be.
Yeah.
Because one thing about having a coach is they're really just there to tell you what, maybe to give you a couple of tools, but to show you like, hey, like if you're on the field playing football, well, you didn't spread your legs wide enough. If you're playing baseball, you didn't hold the bat the right way. And they're just there to point out those things. You know what to do. It's like, now put it to action.
Right.
So that's it.
What's next for the Grimes?
It's so funny. I gave myself a 5-year plan. I was like, 5 years, if that's it, I'm done. Curtis said, I'm gonna ride this baby till the wheels fall off. I'm gonna keep going. So we were on 2 different planes, and then
coming over this afternoon, we were driving and we asked ourselves that question, like, what's next? I said retirement.
The wheels fell off already.
That was it.
The wheels are off.
The wheels are off.
Well, I feel what's next is also pouring into others, guiding them to where we had our foundation, and where we found our strength. So I think that's what's really next, and also capitalizing on the things that we already know, and to be able to maybe monetize on that and stuff like that. That's what's next.
Write a book, travel, teach. That's it.
Yeah, the youth
mentor people.
QL,
Yes.
that's one of our passions as well. That's incorporated in it all.
Generational wealth has always been my thing. It's like, because I know I came from a place where there was a lot of nothing, to a few people making it as far as being a rapper or a basketball player or this or that, but not making it in corporate America, or just like there's not many people that did things to that effect, or just making it being asset to society, just becoming an asset to society. That's it.
And I also want to say one thing about retirement, or the thought of retirement. When we say retirement, it's not like
I'm not sitting on the porch.
Sitting on the porch. We're talking about maybe we're not hustling like we did before, but we are still there. I mean, if you do something you love, you can do it forever. Helping people, showing people, things that can help them build wealth. That's something that you don't lose your passion. You don't just walk away from it and say, "Oh, I'm done. I don't want to show people how to build wealth anymore. I don't want to show people that if you buy this investment property versus that kind of liability, that you're not going to make money." We're into that. That's our thing. So it's gonna be it.
Cool. Okay, we're ready to go to rapid fire. What will your mother say about you?
She's a pill. She's a pill, but if you can take her, you'll love her. Yeah.
And for me, my mother would say, giving birth to Curtis was like the heavens.
I love that.
That's what she would say.
She really would.
She really would. That was what she
She's
said.
Not lying.
And I'm gonna take that with me to my grave. So
she told me that many a time.
What is your favorite thing about Keller Williams Lake Nona?
It would have to be our culture. The ability to be able to walk up to almost anyone, especially our leadership team, and ask a question and not feel like you're intruding in their space and their time. I mean, doors are open, people are welcoming, and you know, we just have a great culture here. I love the culture. Even the days when I don't feel like being a part of it all, because life gets crazy and you just want to disconnect, there's always something that pulls me in and says, yeah, I want to be that. I want to feel that.
For me, KWLN. That's what brought me here. I mean, this is my first place. So Carlene had been at other places, and had no attraction to other places, but I was attracted to KWLN. It's an attractive place. It draws people. The people here are amazing.
What brings you joy?
My new joy is walking. I love walking in nature, the peace, the trees moving, just the architecture that's all around us. That's not man-made. It's made by God.
Sitting in my backyard, smoking a cigar, having a cocktail, and relaxing. That's it. That brings me joy. And well, my family brings me joy. But
If you had all the money in the world, what would you do with it?
I would probably travel the world twice, because the first time I'd be in such an amazement that I'd be like, in the world with my family, right? So I traveled twice. The second time, just enjoy every breath, every minute. And then for the most part of it, I think I would give it away. Because I feel that there's so much that one person can have, and that we need to share our resources, whatever that may be, to help. And that's what I would do if I had all the money in the world.
Well, we've been to Africa, so I would go back. Of course, I would travel the world as well, but going back to Africa and helping build schools and helping people that are less fortunate than us, just being able to help the less fortunate, and doing what we already do. I think I would just be doing it at a greater magnitude. That's it.
Hi, I'm Carlene Grimes, and this is Curtis Grimes, and we're actually part of the Grimes Group at KWLN. And we'd like you to follow us at Instagram at the Grimes Group Florida, and also on Facebook. We're at Grimes Group Florida Real Estate, powered by Keller Williams. Give us a call, 321-613-8382. We're excited to connect with you.
Give us a call today.